Hi everyone and welcome. Thanks for coming to our fourth monthly meetup of the FlockXR community. I am Rebecca and I will pass over to Tracy who will get us started.
Thanks, Rebecca. For those of you who are new to the community, FlockXR is a free 3D creation tool for young people from around the age of 9 to 14 plus. So FlockXR allows young people to create their own interactive 3D projects. We've designed it based on research and on our experience working with young people so that it appeals to a wide audience. You can find FlockXR by going to flockxr.com and clicking on that button up in the top right, Create with FlockXR. That will open up FlockXR in another tab in your browser. Give it a try. It's lots of fun. So this month, for our project highlights, we've had a look at our pass-through camera feature. So these two examples have been created on a mobile phone using the pass-through camera. So this is a really fun way to create a project that combines 3D creation in FlockXR with a real-world background. This is one of the ways you can make extended reality projects with FlockXR, and one of the ways you can use FlockXR when you're out and about on the move and spot something cool. So June Spotlight. So this one, we've given you a bit of a sneak peek. So this is a feature that's kind of in the pilot version of Flock, but we've been refining it. And Liz, who isn't with us today, she's been working on customizing the 3D models so they work with this. So we're working on characters being able to hold objects and being able to carry an object with them when they walk around. So as the character animates, the thing they're holding goes with them in a really natural way. So we've got the code blocks in place. Liz has been busy adapting the models so they can be used with this feature. And that is something that we're working on in the background. So if you want to try this out, this feature is a bit further along in our development version. So that was something else we wanted to tell you about this month. We're currently working on a development version of FlockXR before the next release. So this version has been moved to the next release of Babylon.js. We've been doing lots of work to improve Flock and to make things more stable and consistent. So not shiny new features, but these are really important for the future. So just ask on our Discord channel if you want to try the development version, and we'll give you a link. But be warned that features may change regularly or not be quite ready yet. We're still working on some things. So the version you can access on the website is the version from the pilot, which we'll be keeping available until the new version is ready. So this means you've got a predictable version to use, not a finished version, but a predictable version. And we'd also like to say thanks so much to our new open source contributors this month who have made some improvements to FlockXR. We really appreciate that. And in a future webinar, we'll give you a bit more insight into what they've been up to. So over to you, Rebecca.
Amazing, thanks. Yeah, we really appreciate those open source community contributions. They're really helping us out a lot. So we told you in our last meetup that we had received a new grant that we couldn't talk about yet. Well, we can now. So we have received funding from the UK Games Fund to allow us to spend more time on the development of FlockXR, and we will be adding in some of the feature requests that the young people in our pilot schools asked for, and looking more closely at some accessibility features as well that we're prioritizing. So that's really good. There will be much more information on this as we work through both the NLNet grant and the UK Games Fund projects. So work on these projects really steps up in July. So we'll have a lot more to say about those projects in our next meetup. Also, if you have been very, very observant, I'm getting a little bit scared now. But if you've been very observant, you'll have noticed that on the FlockXR website, you can actually see that we've got a store. Now, we've spent a lot of time last week setting up the store and this morning as well, just to tweak things and looking into different ways that we can store and distribute videos so that you could have your own copy. Instead of having to log into a streaming service that's got a password and a username and all these barriers that we don't want to put in your way as an educator. So you will be able to download those videos and then upload them into your internal classroom management system. So whatever that is, whatever you use to distribute videos to your young people in your internal space, in your network, you'll be able to do that because you'll have a copy of the actual video. Now, you are breaking the license agreement if you put it somewhere public. We do not give you permission to put them in a public space, but you're absolutely allowed to put them on your closed network for your young people to access. So it's been a lot of work to do that. You think, oh, it's a really easy thing. You just put them on a website and people can download them. It's not that simple. So we've been doing a lot of that in behind the scenes. And we will begin sharing the official launch of the unit very soon, particularly at the number of conferences that we're going to. So let's have a look at all of those conferences that we are going to, which is quite a lot. We're going to be very, very busy. So we're going to be at 6 over the next few weeks, and there are still a few weeks left. A few tickets left to each of them. Liverpool Make Fest is the only one that doesn't require tickets. That's at Liverpool Central Library, and you can turn up on the day and get hands-on with FlockXR. And this is a really family friendly, awesome event that we try to support every year. And so take your children or your young people along with you and let them explore FlockXR there and all the other wonderful exhibitions that are going on. Now, the rest are ticketed, so you can find all the details if you follow us on LinkedIn at Flip Computing. Then you'll see all the links there too. But I think one of them you have to pay a very small amount for, and the rest I think are free. And if you attend our workshops, then you leave with a greater understanding of what FlockXR is, how to use it in your classroom, and all important, you will get your hands on some of those beautiful posters that we shared in our last meetup with you. There's 4 to collect. They genuinely are beautiful posters that you would want in your classroom or your library or wherever your space is. So do come and chat with us and come to our workshop, because we really want to give you those posters. So come and talk to us. And then let's just recap what this first unit is all about. So we have called it Coding 3D Worlds Part 1. Coding 3D Worlds is going to be a strand or a theme that will move from year 5 all the way to year 9 with 2 units per year group. So that is our future goal. We're only on step 1 unit at the moment. And young people will be coding their own 3D worlds. And it's very much focused on coding, interactivity, gameplay, game design, level design, environment design, all of that good stuff that young people love to do. And it also aligns really, really well with the English National Curriculum. So you know that you are meeting the curriculum if you use our units. And in terms of curriculum planning, if you follow at the moment the Teach Computing curriculum or the Oak National Academy curriculum, then this unit just swaps out with that first Scratch unit in year 7 in terms of the sequencing and progression. So if you want to try it, then you can swap it out for that, even if it's just with one class, just to give it a go. That's where I suggest you do it. So do try it. So last session I explained that the unit has an overview, vocab sheets, coding checklists, lesson plans, slide decks, and all those important direct to learner videos, which are really useful for CPD or for putting on the whiteboard or giving directly to your learners. But I also wanted to highlight in there that we've got this skills map, and that comes with the unit. And if you aren't ready to buy the unit and you want a deeper look at this, then you can actually grab our free 2-lesson taster pack from the store on our website. So you don't have to pay to access it at all, and you can try it, all of the lesson materials from lesson 1 and 2, including the unit overview, and you'll get this skills map. The map is quite a useful one, I think, because it breaks down the skills into these 6 categories that you can see on the screen there. So world building and visual effects, logic and interaction, gameplay and story elements, creative tool use, iteration and sharing, and industry awareness. And you'll see that these categories are more closely aligned with interactive 3D skills that are used in industry. And we've even got that real dedicated part on industry awareness. And that directly calls out the careers that the skills relate to in each lesson. And this is so important for providing relevance to young people. And you will see this in every lesson as well. On the slide deck, it spotlights a career that will really help young people see where their skills could take them in the future. So do go and check that out if you get a spare moment. So that is everything. That concludes the recorded part of this session. And if you are watching our catch up on YouTube, then why not sign up to our live session in July, where you can join us for the non-recorded Q&A section and talk to other educators in the FlockXR community. And we'll add the sign up link in the description below. But for those of you that aren't live right now, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you in our next meetup. Bye-bye.